October 27th in the great state of Kansas. These are the days you dream about as a bow hunter. Pretty special time to be on the property. This is our first actual, good whitetail cold front. Late October. These next 2 weeks are just as good as it gets. 3 weeks, probably. Month. 2 months, okay. But really, like late October and the first few weeks of November are truly the best time to be a bow hunter, and being up in this tree is just awesome. Leaves are dropping, temps are cold. This front is magnificent. 75 degrees down here yesterday. It's 45 degrees right now this morning. Strong north wind. I think tomorrow's high, like maybe 35, 36. Which is just for late October is just money. So really high hopes that we could kill a buck the next few days. All right, one shot, everybody knows the rules. 26. A little backwind, shouldn't be nothing crazy. Maybe. That'll do. Well, we had a decent hunt this morning, but we're heading to a different spot this afternoon where we haven't hunted for a few years. We hung this set this summer. It's where we call Freddy's corridor. It's just a really good travel area through the whole 80 north and south, and there's also it's got history of some scrapes in the area, so hoping that we'll either catch some travel or some bucks coming to freshen up some scrapes that have been there historically. So hopefully it's a good set. All right, it's evening of October 27th. We are sitting a stand that we have not sat in 3 years. We took it off the last few years because I think deer were starting to figure us out. But this is a set we called Freddy's corridor because a big buck we were chasing was using it a lot. And it's a pretty sweet set, really tight quarters. But we're close to food, close to bedding, pretty much everything that you want. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Quick pause in the action. Wanted to announce the giveaway with this film. So we've teamed up with our partners at Tethered, where you could potentially win a Ultralock SD, Elite accessory kit, along with ropes, Tethered 1 sticks, and the brand new Predator V platform. So how to enter, gotta like the video,
Subscribe to Identical Draw, follow Tethered on Instagram, and then comment where you're gonna be hanging in November. November's right around the corner. We're excited. Enjoy the rest of the film.
This is our last evening of this hunt to be out here. Gotta head home for a few days. Tomorrow's Halloween and we both have kids, you know. Dad duty life, but we snuck into a stand that we don't get to hunt pretty much any other time of the year than right now. This is just right in the center of our farm, and it's ballsy. It's a gutsy sit. It's hard to get in, hard to get out, and the wind is kind of tricky. We sat it because it's supposed to be a west wind, pushing like this, but I'm feeling some south. It's supposed to be northwest to west to south, and then tomorrow's a strong north again. So the wind's kind of doing weird stuff, but nonetheless, we've got a camera here that's been pretty hot, and just need the right one. Just need the right one. Tommie. Right around. It was kind of honestly a slow night until about 6 p.m. And Thomas saw him cross his path. We made this big path east and west of our property just to create better visibility for us. And sure enough, Tommie passed that path so you could see him and started pushing north. I hit the grunt call. And we couldn't see him for like 5 minutes, but we knew he was probably somewhere in there. And then we see him just keep pushing north again, so I hit the grunt call like super aggressive. And 30 seconds later, he's walking straight towards us, just head down, just big 160-inch frame. And I thought it was done. I had my bow, and I was just waiting for him to come around this side. And he got to 34, 35 yards, and I think he just stopped and was just like looking right in our direction. I'm assuming he just was looking for a buck and didn't see any action. He's directly downwind as well. But he wasn't stressed. He wasn't acting like he was scenting us. He just was like looking. And then he started to chill out again. I was like, okay, he's gonna keep coming. And then he just kind of turned around and trotted out.
Tom's hunting the 80. I'm hunting some public close by. Just switching it up. The wind's really bad for the 80 in just at all of our spots but our corn plat. And to be honest, I just don't feel great about our corn plat just because it's so warm, and I think deer aren't going to be getting there. But I also think it's the best food in the area, so that's why Tom's sitting it. And then I'm gonna go to some public that's local.
All set up. It went kind of like you would expect for my second time hanging in this saddle. But I like the cover around us. The walk-in cover is just like I said earlier, just a field. But the neighbors looks real good, and I already had 2 does out on my side of the fence. Surprisingly, when I was getting set up, they walked out there. So it's gonna take a miracle for me to shoot a buck this sit, but at the same time, miracles happen during this time of the year. So about to make some noise. Oh my gosh, guys. Just saw a big shooter. Saw a flick of a tail over here, and then a doe ran back into the brush. And I just looked down at my binos and just saw a freaking giant buck. Right in this field, I was kind of sitting in that pocket right there, but there just wasn't a good enough tree to hang in. Just a tiny pocket of cover comes out into that field. Man, freaking big deer. I only saw a glimpse of him, but just ran right back into that cover. I hit him with the grunt and I rattled at him, but he just was following that doe. Freaking huge buck.
All right, guys. Well, I haven't updated yet.
No, don't do this on the GoPro because I always forget to pull this footage. Do it on the Canon. It'll actually make that stuff.
No, you're not going to forget because I just laid down some good footy on here. Well, guys, walked in on that public piece tonight. Got into a spot where I just had a lot of visibility.
Public police that T-Bone told you to hunt.
I will give Tom credit for that one. I had looked at it on the maps earlier today, but then I was going to go to a different spot, and then Tom drove by it and was like, this looks pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And ended up seeing probably for sure 2 shooters. A third one, that one's mine. A third one that was still pretty nice. Just a nice 8-pointer I got in footage. And a bunch of does. Young buck came underneath me. So quite a bit of action.
Saw Mega.
Saw Mega, yeah, saw Mega. The first buck I saw, I did not get on footage. Was like upper 160s, I would say, some trash. And he was exactly where that younger 8 came later, about 150 yards. And he was just chasing does. And then that 8 came out there later. And then there was a big 8 further on private as well. But really good stuff. So probably go back in the morning and just see if I can catch up to any of those deer. So.
28th. Another really cold morning. It's like 12, 13 degrees. Got in here to this piece of public that I hunted mid-November, but I'm on the north side of it in a different draw, just trying something else out. I'm in the saddle in Hackberry. Got up here and pretty good. Getting better at it for sure. Getting in this saddle, so. But I'm all set up. Sun's not quite up yet, but hoping that a deer strolls through. Big doe, I'll shoot him. Buck, I'll shoot him. So pretty good amount of traffic running through here in the snow, and there's a nice little creek behind me, so I just dropped some milkweed in my thermals are dropping right into that creek, so wind should be really good. Oh my gosh. I have no idea. I have no idea. My tree base is falling off. If I got that on footage, I just shot a giant. He was right here. I had to get through some brush, but I had the opening and I took it. And I think I smoked him. Whoa. I need to see if I got it on footage. I heard some freaking dinosaur grunts up there. Let's see if I can see some butt quick. I heard some dinosaur grunts. And I grunted, didn't hear anything. And then I rattled like 15 minutes later because I like to let the grunt have time if he's working in. And then it's been another 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and he is just working straight to me. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I think I might be able to hear something, but I wasn't sure, and I looked through the CRP, and it's just a behemoth. And he came right here to 15 yards. There was one little branch I was worried about, but he was like quartering to me pretty hard, but I think I drilled him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tons of blood. Tons of blood. Oh, thank you, Lord. I need to call Tom. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna freak out.
Hello?
Hey, have you seen anything?
No.
Okay. Well, I was thinking you could come help me track a monster I just shot.
No way.
Yep, giant, 15 yards on footage.
Oh my god, I'll be there in a minute.
I heard those grunts, right? And
Yeah.
I hit some grunts back, and I was like, that deer, if I see that deer's a mammoth. Like, just these low, like, huge grunts. Nothing happened, and then I hit the rattling antlers, just being like, I gotta try something. 15 minutes later goes by, I see this thing just zombie walking to me. Just like,
No way.
I can't really see. He's a big 5x or 6x.
All right, I'll be there.
Yep, sounds good, dude. Bye. All right, well, I got down from the saddle, tore it down. Tom's here filming me now. I don't think this is going to be a hard track job, but the rule of thumb is if you don't see him go down, expect the worst. So I'm just going to go up here. I could see blood in the stand and see if I can find the arrow and just track it real slow. Let's do it. So this is what I had to shoot through a little bit. So that's, oh yeah, he's toast. That is a very good sign. Likely not gonna go far. He's like going right over here. Yeah, he's dropping good right here.
How exciting, man. You're killing in public.
A big giant buck just working through the CRP is all I've wanted to see in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's gushing pretty good here. He's dead in the bottom here. In the freaking, no way. He's a good one. Of course he died down here. What do you think? At least 5, right? If you would have told me that I shot my buck on walk-in this year, I would have called you crazy. Because we manage and hunt our 80 so hard, and like it's just been so good. It's like I truly believe it's one of the best 80s in the state. Because we just put so much effort into it, and we always find big deer. And this year was just a little weird. I mean, we hunted really hard, and the mature bucks just were evading us. We had some really, really close calls. But I hunted walk-in. I started hunting walk-in like late October or early November. Just honestly, just kind of thinking that Thompson and I needed to split up a little bit, and I didn't want to be pressuring the 80 super hard, 2 guys on it. This was the first sit on the north end of this piece. I hunted on the south, had that run with the truck that one night, saw some really good deer, no shooters. But this morning, I heard some grunts in this timber and grunted at it. After a little bit, I rattled a little bit, super light, and then another 15 minutes, I saw him walking towards me right through the grass. Grabbed my bow, and he was quartering to me, but I made a good shot at about 15 yards. Just a big, typical mainframe, like 5x5. He's got some trash. You could probably call him a 6x6 or something like that, but at least 5. Could be older, has good mass, and just big old nose on him.